Hello viewers. So here we are then for another video of Forza Horizon. I know it's been a bit slow recently. These do take a while to put together and put out. It's not real-time play now, probably an hour or so of play have gone into it to get to this point. Now obviously in the last video I reduced the difficulty, but this is still the insane difficulty, just to show an example of the difference here. So working my way through, and as you can see, falling back through the field. I'm not really competitive at this point. Doing my best and unable to close the gap, using all the road and the advantages or disadvantages of the car that I'm in. It just can't get traction out of the slow corners. I'm trying to put my foot down, it's not having it. And as you can see, falling back, doesn't really matter what I do. I just try to settle into a more sensible driving style now and see if I can gradually close the gap on the leaders. But to no avail. About as quick as I can go in this car. It's not the quickest car in the world, it has to be said. It's a little bit sloppy. Now people are saying upgrade your car. Well, this car is actually, the problem with the car is this is a car of the class. So ideally the car should be, if a car is of a certain class, it should be within reason competitive. You know, obviously if you're a better driver you should be able to do more with it. Which really means within reason I should be able to, you know, even if I can win it, I should be somewhere battling in amongst the pack. But you can see how the difficulty is such that there's no chance I'm going to get higher than 7th place at the very most, and that's the end of that race. So 8th place. So that was quite a disappointment. I'd lost race after race after race at this point. So it was, I thought, well, let's just change the difficulty again. And so what you guys are looking at here is just a difference between insane difficulty and hard difficulty. So let's just change that now to hard. And for whatever reason I flicked through the different options at the time, no idea, just looking at the points I think and the variance of points, and away we go again. So let's just see hard now, the difference that's made. So from no chance of even getting 7th place, let's see, maybe 7th at the very most. Quite aggressive now with the driving style. It's got to be done, has to be said. Using all the road, all the abilities of this particular car. I think that's another issue as well as on these different videos. I saw someone mention about when I change gear, you know, when you're jumping from one car to another, they all do have very different ratios. So you're not going to get perfect shifting in every car all the time without some practice, and I haven't. Literally what you've seen is what I've played so far in the game. And of course recording all these videos greatly slows my progress, because for half an hour video, then that takes 2 hours to edit, then half an hour to commentate, then 2 more hours to edit, and then 6 hours to upload, and that's at the very least if there's no problems. Sometimes there's a re-edit as well, so there's a lot to, you know, sort of work out when you're making all these videos, and time in putting them all together, along with other videos that I have obligations to make as well. So it does take a while, but I hope you're enjoying them, because as I say, I'll continue running these as long as you guys are interested in seeing it. And there's a barn find later in this video as well, so something to look forward to. Finally we found a barn. Anyway, we're up into 2nd place miraculously now on this difficulty setting, and I know I'm pretty quick on this final section, so this is really just going for it, closing up. Braking quite late there. I just wanted to shut the door on that guy, take him out. It had to be aggressive, and across the line, there we go, and a win. So from 8th place to 1st place. That's kind of a little bit of a shame to me, because I'd think to myself that at no point there did I actually feel that it was competitive, say competitive enough at hard, but then it was too hard and insane. So certainly some issues with balancing difficulty there. But I thought I'd share that with you because you guys see, you know, as I review a game, I go through the game, I play it, I look for stuff, I test the different modes, I test the different screens and options in the game, and then you eventually form an opinion. I think a lot of people form an opinion when they've played a demo or seen just a small clip of the game, and this is one of those games where it takes so long to unlock everything that it's very much a love-hate relationship in the short term. In the short term, it takes time getting your cars and earning all of that and finding the different things on the maps. You can see the map's still quite sparse at the moment. There's still such a long way to go in the game. There really is. I've got people on my friends list who have the game as well, and they're miles ahead of me, but then that's one of the issues of making videos, is it does slow your progress greatly. But between doing this, I've been doing a bit of Doom 3 as well, and that'll be up on the TNV Games channel within the next 24 hours. So, going somewhere else now. I've no idea where I'm going in this video, because I actually recorded this video about 4 days ago. I've done a lot of Forza stuff since, so I can't remember all what's included in here. So I'm going for a drive somewhere, having a cruise. I do like the interiors at night. You know, obviously Forza has amazing interiors, but seeing them here with the dashboards lit up and all the little details, it really is nice. Great effects. Taking it nice, going for another little cruise again, aren't we here? I've no idea where I'm going actually. This is just one of those videos I've made where I'm clearly going somewhere. We're going to a race. That's it. So I've missed the map screen while talking to you guys. Let's see what this race is all about then. I have no idea what this race is.
Keep right. In 100 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
There we go. Let's pop in there.
That was the opening races like a real pro. Keep it up, huh?
Now I know what this is. This is one of the earlier races that I failed on. So what I've done is I've actually cut this video now. This video doesn't show all the driving I've been doing, because what I did was I went back to the original races I'd been losing and just getting the wins on all of those with the new difficulty setting. Makes a huge difference. So through the loading screens. This is installed on my Xbox. And into the big Ford. The Ford's a good example actually. You need to hold it in a gear for as long as you can. Before changing, really sort of yields the most at maximum revs. I don't know what I'm waiting for here. There we go. Away from the line. So slow to get going. Changing up a bit too early at the moment, and that's because of the revs. I was listening to the rev sound and you know, it goes very high, so I realised later that I'm changing gear too early, but it's just one of those situations where I've got into change from one car to another, listening purely to the audio, and that's not enough. You need to just see the perfect gear changing. You need to hold into a gear for a long time. It's a good example around here. Staying in second. Really good drive it gives me around that corner. And you try to keep as much speed as possible. Obviously there's this big truck, a lot of understeer. So you need to get it in early, really slow down, straighten up for the next section. That was a bit leery, but we've held it together. Taking a nudge there. It's like being in an episode of The Fall Guy. For our older viewers will remember that. Oh, I never had a Fall Guy truck. Bigfoot was all the rage at the time. But away from the big trucks of the 80s, we're coming around these final few corners. and another win. So it just really shows the difference there between, you know, what we see here and, you know, what we saw earlier with the insane difficulty, and it makes the race much more manageable. I look forward to playing online. There will be some online videos. I am getting inundated with friends requests and messages at the moment. If I haven't responded to you, don't take it badly. It really is just the fact that, you know, these videos are watched by a lot of people, and I've had a lot of messages, it has to be said. Crazy amount of messages over the past few days. It's impossible keeping up, but I probably will be setting up some multiplayer sessions eventually, and I'll be doing that with people who are on the forum, because we want to get a really regular Forza community going on the teamvv.com forum, and I'll be playing with some of the regular forum users there. Essentially, say thanks for registering for the forum and getting involved, because we do want to build a community there, and hopefully that the community of drivers that we build up there will help with all kinds of things, you know, tuning for the future on Forza 5 and Horizon 2 and wherever we go in the next few years. Maybe one day we'll be allowed to cover Gran Turismo 6 as well. We'll wait and see whenever that happens one day. In the meantime, though, I was having a muck about there, and then did actually... I had some severe indecision of, do I go to the left of the trees or to the right, and I made a decision too late, and that was that. And then I see the upgrade signs. I am gradually getting through these. Let's just go over them. I can't pass on now and not destroy it. It's got to be done. We will get there in the end, viewers. I probably should make a video of destroying all of them. Oh, for whatever reason I went the wrong way then. I completely misread the map. Oh, where was I going? What was I thinking? Oh, I thought I'd seen something, but it was okay. I was still looking for barns and stuff. I didn't realise, I obviously this was my first sort of couple of days playing, and I hadn't realised that the light circle meant the barn was in there. So we will find a barn eventually. There's another upgrade sign, that was it. That's probably what I was spotting on the map. So we've got the upgrade sign there, and on we go to the next race. Ah, lovely scenery, isn't there? Has to be said. Really nice detail. I'm always impressed with the scenery. But there is a certain lifeless feel to it, has to be said. And I can't quite put my finger on what it is. There is something about it that does feel a little bit lifeless. I suppose it'd be very different if we had the music playing. It must be pointed out that not having the music playing is a bit unfair on the game and the experience that it offers. Okay, so now it's a race against a balloon then. We saw a race against a plane earlier, and this is a very similar affair. I don't really fully understand the balloon race, but somehow we're competing against those balloons up there, so we've got to catch them and overtake them. This is quite a barren landscape. Onto the dirt. Which works fine enough. I mean, the dirt's been intuitive enough to play on. As I say, I'm still playing with the control pad. I haven't played with the wheel again. Had the time to play with the wheel, and I won't, unfortunately, for at least a week. I'll be away for a few days now, working on some other video projects. but which we'll be showing you in a couple of weeks' time. So there's about 15 videos being produced at the moment of all different types of games, so there's always something to look forward to. We are trying to get hold of other stuff like Need for Speed as well, but I don't know if we will. Just depends. And coming up now, I think that's the balloon I'm racing, but maybe not. Oh, it was. I had to get there before it landed, I assume. Whatever. That was a bizarre race. It all seemed to be a bit beyond me, really. It's nice when you have a correlation of something you're actually racing and you can see it.
Well done.
So I've won a new car. And taking it for a spin, as you do, on a golf course. I don't know why I was travelling on a golf course at this point. I think I was cutting from one road to another and then just thought, I love big expanses of land. Driving about on big expanses. This is what Forza Horizon needs to be more about. Driving about, having fun, going anywhere you want. That's what I like. A bit of freedom. Nice. Now that was a photo opportunity there. I should have taken a photo, but fields. There's no sheep in the fields, though, is there? No cows, no sheep. Though you do see a farmer in a tractor at some point, going around, getting his corn. I can't remember what they call them now. There is Farming Simulator out and about, I have seen right now. We should probably cover that at some point as well, just to give you guys some automotive farming simulation action. I don't know why I'm showing you this video actually. This was just a random video where I was inspecting the countryside and looking for barns. Went on for a while. I did about half an hour of driving on that. Didn't find any barns. Got slightly mixed up with which symbol I was supposed was the barns. And again, this was recorded before the previous videos went out. So now I redid a race. I showed you in the last video a race that I kept losing. And so I thought I'd redo that race. I don't think I show much of it here, but you can see now just cutting through. My driving's not nearly as good here. I went well wide. But it just shows even from this position I still end up going on to win the race. So it just shows the huge difference in the difficulty there between insane and hard for me. I'm gaining on them in these braking areas massively. And so again, there we go on to first place victory there.
I can tell you're enjoying yourself. Never lose sight of that.
I am finally enjoying myself, I have to say. It was getting a bit frustrating there, constantly losing. And away we go. On to another race then. So after that I had a drive around the map for a bit and then came on to another race. This is a Ford race. Had a terrible start. Had to cut through the field. Really had to push to catch up and learn again how to drive this big truck and get the most out of it. You really do need to know when to change gear. It's quite marginal when it maxes out of gear, when you get the pickup just right. Hanging on there. Polystyrene signs, don't worry about those. And this is this race I did actually have to push quite a bit to close up. I had to really go some on the first lap to get through the field. Using the walls now and again, PGR style, just to nudge the truck around. That wasn't quite right. As you can see, I lost a bit of traction there. I wasn't meant to come off the road, so actually lost some time there. Otherwise, I'd have been a lot closer to them. It is sometimes hard getting into the apexes, but some of them it's not too bad. Just coast around the outside of the corner. This truck doesn't have a great turning circle anyway, so I'm past one. I knew I only had one chance to get past this guy here. If I didn't do it then, it wasn't going to happen. So took the lead, has to be done. A little bit of barging, but this is Forza Horizon. It's not a circuit racing game. You're out there street racing. You got to win it. There's no consequence. So first place again. That was nice. Reeling in the wins and the cash, and this means in the next couple of videos, once I've got enough cash, I can go and upgrade my car and show you guys all that sort of stuff now.
Me and the boys at Carson Lot got some new races. If you're game, you know what to do. Get over there.
So, new part of the map is unlocked, and I'm having a tour now, and there is the big white circle. So I've seen the big white circle now. We need to find a barn. It has to be done now. So, off we go then. Barn hunting. Now by this time I've become quite reckless with my driving, it has to be said. It does become very much an A to B thing. You just want to get to that next race and get on with it now.
In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left.
Oh, now I saw the opportunity to go off-road in a big truck. I thought, well, you know, it's got to be done, hasn't it? A bit more off-road. This is my favourite bit of the whole map, has to be said. This is what Forza Horizon is going to be about. Until I come to a wall here and think, oh no, it ends. Hit the brakes. Just about make it before we go into the wall. Now going through the desert. I'm coming ever closer to the big circle. I'm looking, I'm thinking, no, that's not one. I didn't know if there might be a secret, hidden, sneaky one that perhaps we haven't spotted yet. I'm in the circle and I'm thinking, right, where's the barn?
400 meters, keep right. Turn around.
I'm going
when
up
it is
here.
safe to do so.
Well, let's try this dirt road. We haven't been up this dirt road before.
In 200 meters, turn
No,
right.
where is the barns? I think to myself, there's all these off-roads that you see, and all the gates are always closed. It's very picturesque in this area, though. It's very nice.
In 200 meters, you will arrive at
It's
your
not always easy
destination.
driving from this angle. There we go. There we go. That must be it. Let's go in and take a look. And there it is. Here it is. So I park and I think, right, what happens now then? Let's get a bit closer. Here we go.
You have stumbled across a very special car here. She needs a little attention, but thank God I'm here to give it to her. This Mopar fan favorite is a 1971 Hemi Cuda. Yeah, that's a 426 Hemi under the hood, and it's good for 425 horses. She's a national institution, and I'm falling in love all over again.
So, the barn find has been found finally, one of many, and that's one of two I've found on the map so far. So there'll be another one later. It's miles away. The other one, you know, it would take about half hour to drive there. So now I'm going to another race, and this is going to conclude the end of this video because I don't show all this race. I'm recapping a few races, and in the next video we'll see my new barn find and a little bit of upgrading as well. But that's it from me for now. As ever, viewers, more soon.
Strip off some of those parts before you enter it.